I think the money rules that we were taught were meant to keep us stuck. And I am dismantling my poverty mindset one step at a time. Yesterday, I talked about how I have just grown this newfound awareness that the version of me that I'm becoming and the version of me that I am are currently in this battle over this scarcity mindset and these limiting beliefs. And today I'm taking action to do something differently because I believe that I can. Today I'm talking about affirmations and how it's so important to add affirmations in the in-between phase so that as you're transitioning into who you're becoming, you start to believe it before you even see it. I know that there are many books on money and wealth mindset and how to get rich. But one of the things that has worked for me before, and one of the things that I 100% stand by, is affirming my belief into reality. If you have no idea of what neuroplasticity is or how to create new pathways in the brain, I want to encourage you to look into it. But essentially, affirmations are not just some mystical way of bringing things into reality in your life. Affirmations are a proven way that neuroplasticity and psychology and science prove that you can speak a new reality into existence. And it's not just about the words, it's about the belief that comes with what you say to yourself over and over again. So if you are like me, healing your poverty mindset, releasing limiting beliefs, or just trying to make some money in your life, then keep watching this episode because the affirmation that I have created for myself is going to take me to the next level, and I want to encourage you to create one too. Let's talk about why affirmations are hella important. Now, I've got some facts on the brain that I want to share, and I couldn't remember them, so I'm going to use my phone. But essentially, the brain has this system called the Reticular Activating System. It's RAS for short. And basically, RAS acts like a filter, and it decides what information your brain notices. So for example, if you want to buy a red car, of course you're going to start seeing the red cars all over the place. It looks like everybody's got red cars now because you just activated the RAS in your brain and now it is picking up on things. Well, affirmations are essentially the same thing. By repeatedly saying something to yourself, your brain decides and starts to filter out the opportunities to make what you say true, to make it more visible and aware for you. And so saying something like, money is scarce, your brain will validate that truth by finding constant proof that yes, money is scarce. But if you pivot to saying something like, opportunities for income are always available to me, then the brain will do just that. It will filter out the opportunities that are available to you to make this income true. And so when you are affirming a new way of thinking, when you begin to affirm what it is that you're welcoming into your life, you are actually helping your brain decide to filter your reality. You are literally funneling things out of the way so that you can become clear on your goal and really attack that. Affirmations are your way of psyching the brain into believing something before it sees it fully. And you can think of it like this magical, mystical thing, or you can think about the science behind why this works and go from there. Another thing that I think is really, really cool is that, like I said earlier, neuroplasticity is basically your brain being able to rewire itself and create new beliefs and create new pathways and just learn new things. And what essentially happens is that since your brain runs on patterns, thoughts that you repeat again and again become the brain's new way of thinking and of being and of believing. And so neuroplasticity says, right, that the brain can rewire itself through repetition and experience. So when you repeat things like, I'll never have enough money, for example, then the belief becomes true. The brain creates proof, finds proof to validate that claim. But see, in this era that we're focused on growing into, right, the wealthiest, most abundant era of our lives, we need to say things like, I attract consistent income and manage it wisely. And we need to repeat that until it becomes an actual belief. And I'm not talking about sitting in the room and looking at yourself in the mirror and just saying words, but I'm talking about feeling the words that you say so that the belief becomes conviction for you, so that nothing in your current reality can invalidate that truth for you. These are the things that I didn't hear when I was in college. I didn't hear when I was taking finance classes. I didn't hear anyone talk about how to speak wealth into your life. We've got all the books. We know the top finance books. We know where to go to find the information, from Reddit to Google to Claude and everything in between. But when do we get serious about how we speak about money on a consistent basis? When do we get serious about how we talk about wealth when we're joking and playing around? I think a part of the journey in the in-between, when you're pausing and shifting, is self-honesty and coming to terms with the fact that you support the reality that you currently live in. And it may not be something that you're doing intentionally, but even unintentional words support or destroy what it is that you're building. And so I'm encouraging you and myself to look at what we say on a consistent basis to make sure that it aligns with the reality that we're going after. I have been telling on myself all week, friend. I have been coming to these realizations of what is currently a blockage in my life from manifesting and attracting and living the reality that I can see for myself. My current reality looks like me being honest about what is going on. And what's going on is that I have these limiting beliefs around finances that don't help me create reoccurring, consistent, abundant income in my life. So today's episode is about affirmations, because this is the part that people don't talk about enough, but this is a part that everybody who has wealth understands to be true. Is that you've got to speak the reality into existence. You have to speak it into your present existence as if it is already happening. You have to believe it with so much conviction that you actually create the experience for yourself. So I decided I'm gonna make an affirmation. I did this once before when I manifested a 6-figure income. I manifested being a project manager. I manifested having a flexible remote job. I manifested having a 6-income job. And I simply wrote this affirmation 7 times before bed for like 7 months. And I did the work, right? I made sure I got my skills up and I submitted my resumes. But it was the act of doing something with such discipline and such consistency that there was no way that my mind, my brain, my body wasn't going to find this opportunity that it believed was its reality, that I believed was my reality. I'm doing it again. I'm manifesting something for myself again, using the power of affirmations. As somebody who has created an affirmation deck and who has done series of videos on affirmations, I 100% stand by this. And like I said, I don't know any finance books that talk about it. But if you know of a finance book that talks about it, please drop it in the comments and share it with the community. This is the stuff that I really want us to have conversations about, because this is the stuff that really moves the needle. You know what I mean? So let me show you the affirmation that I created for myself. If you can see that, can you see that there? I'll read it to you, but that's the affirmation that I created for myself today. And it says, I attract reoccurring, abundant income with ease and steward it to create security, freedom, and impact. I attract reoccurring, abundant income with ease and steward it to create security, freedom, and impact. I'm gonna say this like at least 6 times a day for however long it takes for it to be my belief and my reality. I am going to work the hell out of my reticular activating system until it realizes that I'm not messing around. I am going to affirm this every morning and every night until my entire being is thrust into the reality where I create reoccurring abundant income with ease. And I steward it to create freedom, impact, and security. I am figuring out the things that help me in my in-between seasons. For these next 60 days, I'm going to show you how I pause long enough to shift my mindset and how the pivots that I make in my daily actions bring about the change that I desire. If you are new here, I'm Kenisha B, and I am in the in-between. I am not who I was, and I'm not who I'm about to be, but I am showing you how I get there. I am over a threshold and into the second third of my series, and I hope you stick around for the rest of the journey. If you are rewriting your poverty mindset, if you are healing your limiting beliefs around money, if you, friend, are stepping into your most abundant era, drop your affirmation that you are creating. Now, I will say this, it's easier to go with one, maybe two sentences tops. And don't make it something that is so far out of your reach that your mind won't jump behind it. If you are currently experiencing a poverty mindset, writing I am a millionaire, probably won't adjust well with you. Maybe you say something like, I am learning to manage money well. Or I attract new opportunities for consistent income. Because going from not having it to a millionaire or billionaire, babe, is just not believable to the brain and to the systems, you know? So let's take it a step at a time. Let's start at A and work our way. We'll do that. And affirmations work best when they are followed up by action. So you create an affirmation that is believable to you. You say it repeatedly until your brain believes it, until you have some belief behind and conviction behind what you're saying. And then you got to follow it up. You got to back it up with some evidence. Once your brain starts accepting the possibility, you will start to notice the proof. And you just want to be flexible. You want to be open-minded to the proof that finds its way to you. And don't deny it because you're like, wait, there's no way that can't be, right? You got to watch out for that. Because that's the poverty mindset trying to sneak its way back in. And we ain't having it. So yeah, after you find and start noticing the proof around you, start noticing the opportunities that your brain is attracting, that's when you start pivoting and you start taking different actions. And the results are going to reinforce the belief. It is a cycle that you will go on, right? You have the affirmation, you say it repeatedly, your brain starts to believe it, then you start to notice it, then you start to take action on things, doing things differently, and next thing you know, you get some results that reinforce the belief and the affirmation. So let's work our way through the cycle, sis. Drop the affirmation in the comments and I will share my wallpaper with you in case you want to use it too. If you need any other support, join me in coaching and at the Glow Forward retreat. Click the link in the description to check those out. And I will see you on the other side of this poverty mindset. Have a good one. Peace.